Hello everyone, this is Nicholas Dubois with Hexordia, and today Evanole Community Edition is getting its first big update. So, a few of the changes that we see, a lot of it's in the back end and it's just bug fixes, but we have a lot of visible changes, such as the UI is a little different. We have a drop down menu where you can select different actions, and then let's plug our device in. This entire process should be a lot faster now with the newer update. If we head over to settings, we see that we have a few new options. We can pair and unpair our device directly within Evanole. We're also able to actually supply a pairing record and pair from that. So maybe you got a pairing record from another PC and you want to import it to connect to your PC. You can do that now with your pairing record. We do have a little box that when you do click unpair, it will prompt to make sure you're not clicking this on accident or something, because if you do unpair your device, you will not be able to repair it unless you are able to unlock that device. Now if we actually head over to the monitor tab and we start monitoring the log, we are able to see that we get all of this information, and again we can head over to analysis. And now we have a nice table that we can use to actually sort our output data. We can head over to the modules and select only certain artifacts that we want to look at. So, for example, we're seeing a lot of links popping up because in the back end the device is just talking to iTunes. We're able to see whenever I turn my phone left or right, the device orientation changing. And we can select for very specific features or disable things that maybe we're seeing too many links. We don't want the links right now. We can turn that off and just analyze everything else. Now the table is great because we can actually sort by, normally I would do timestamp. So I'm just getting the newest artifacts appearing, and by doing that we can get a pretty good timeline. If we're looking for specific features, we might want to sort by finding, category, or message. And another great feature is that we are also able to support multiple devices now. So back in settings, we see our ID right here. Now if we plug another device into the same computer, it will actually query information from that device as well. And now we have two devices in this little drop down. So we can switch between which device we actually want to take a look at a given time. Previously there would be a few conflicts, and those have all been fixed. You will only see the information for the device that you currently have selected, and then when we do go ahead and actually click on the monitor, it is only going to monitor the device that we have selected. And you'll see that because this is a different device, we're getting a lot more output. This is a newer device. And when we head over to the analysis tab, we will see that it is pumping all of the findings straight out to here. And this is really useful because we can see the difference between the UIDs and we can correlate different artifacts at a given time. Now another thing that we could do is actually run the tool 2 times, and maybe for this one we will look at this iPhone X, and for the other version of the tool we will look at this iPhone 6. And you can actually go ahead and monitor the syslog of both of these at the same exact time and then compare any output. This is really useful for doing things like analyzing what's going on when we perform an airdrop and what is being sent between these two devices. With this version of the tool, we are also introducing another feature called eLEAPP, and you might be familiar with the iLEAPP and rLEAPP and the other LEAPP tools from the LEAPP framework by Alexis Brignoni, and we are using an implementation of iLEAPP to go ahead and actually parse out this live data to create forensic reports. So how this works currently is we would gather all of our data, you let it run for some time, collect some artifacts, and then we would head over to either the device view, or you could do it right in analysis, and hit on the eLEAPP report button. And when we do this, it will bring up the file explorer and give us the option to select a folder somewhere. When we do select a folder, it will process everything through the executable and it will create a report. So we could hit on open, and it will just open the report in the file browser. Now we can see I have multiple reports. We can select one, and then just like the eLEAPP or the other leaps, we could go ahead and hit the index.html. It uses this nice web GUI, and we can go ahead and parse all of our details. We are able to see the device details as we did on the device view. So we have all of that saved. We can see the script that ran, which files are processed, and then our artifacts. A neat trick about this is that we could actually go ahead to the Evanole input folder and put in other logs that maybe we want to process the entire unified logging feature that we got from a full file system or something like that. Then we could go ahead and import that into the tool, and that immediately makes the tool useful for all sorts of forensic scenarios. And as always, if you have any ideas that you personally want to see put into Evanole Community Edition, or maybe you find any really cool artifacts within the syslog that you think we should add, then feel free to reach out and we will try to get those implemented.